I'm Kerri Davis with Fit2U Personal Training and Nutrition Counseling. Today I'm going to lead you through a cool down. This is great to do after a tough workout. You want to get your heart rate down and keep your muscles from getting so tight. You want to give them a good lengthening at the end of a tough workout. So the first thing we're going to do to get the heart rate down is start with some low impact cardio exercises. We're just going to gradually bring that heart rate down. I like to do step touches here, and we'll start with the arms. Alright, now let's do a little marching in place, gradually getting slower, again letting that heart rate lower. Now the length of your cool down really depends on how hard you worked during your workout. If your heart rate's really high, really give yourself some time to lower that before you get down on the floor and do any stretching there. Alright, so the first of our stretches, we'll start with the top of the body. So we'll bring one arm across and stretch the deltoid muscle. Now with this stretch, you just don't want to pull on the elbow. So you can either pull from the forearm or the tricep. Give that shoulder a good stretch. Now let's switch arms. A good rule of thumb is to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds. Longer is better, as long as you don't overstretch. Next, let's stretch the triceps or the back of the arm. So we're going to take our right hand and pat ourselves on the back. The left hand will come up and push that elbow back. If you don't feel like you can get a good stretch here, you can actually push your elbow up against a wall for some extra Hi there, I'm Kerri Davis with Fit2U Personal Training and Nutrition Counseling. Hope you had a great workout. Today I'm going to lead you through a cool down. Now the purpose of a cool down is to get your heart rate down after a tough workout and keep your muscles from tightening up and getting sore the next day. So the first thing we're going to do is start with some light cardio. Now the goal is to reduce the heart rate, so we're going to try to bring it down. So keep in mind whatever intensity you worked at, you may have gotten your heart rate pretty high. In that case, you'll want to spend more time on a cool down. If your workout was short and not super exerting, then you could probably just do a minute of something like this. If you're outside, you can walk around. So I like to start with a little step touch, a little marching in place. Again, just cooling down. The worst thing you can do is go from high intensity to just sitting, because the blood's going to pull in the muscles and you're going to have some lactic acid build up. So after about a minute of walking around or step touching, that kind of thing, we'll go into our stretches. So the first stretch I'm going to have you do is your quad stretch, or the front of the thigh. So if you need to, you can hold on here to a wall or a sturdy object. Otherwise, if your balance is pretty good, you can just grab a foot. So I've got the right leg here and the right hand. I'm pushing my knee down towards the floor. I'm not letting a gap form between my knees. You want to keep those really close together and nice and tall in the upper body. If you have trouble reaching your foot, you can also use a yoga strap. I've also used a Pilates ring to hold the foot up. You can even grab the back of your sneaker if that's where you can reach. If you have tightness in your quads, that can translate to knee problems and other issues. So this is an excellent stretch to do every time you work out. All right, next we're going to work the hamstrings, back of the legs, so give those a good stretch. So we can just prop a foot up here on a step or a low wall, whatever you have available. You're going to lean forward, get that stretch in the back of the thigh. If you need more of a stretch, you can point the toe. And you want to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds. You can stretch longer if you like. It's not a bad thing. But 30 seconds is usually enough to give you a good stretch. So straighten the leg as much as you can on this one. Depending on your flexibility, you might have a little bend in the knee. If you need more, you can point the toe. Good. Let's move to the upper body. So the first upper body stretch we'll do is for your deltoids or your shoulders. Using your left hand, you can bring the right arm across your chest. Just be sure not to press on the elbow. And just stretch across until you feel a good stretch in that deltoid muscle. Let's switch sides. Stretch out the left arm. Alright, next let's move to the triceps or the back of the arm. So let's take the right arm, you're going to reach back as if you're patting yourself in the back. And we're going to take the left hand and push it back. Give the back of the arm a good stretch. You can also push your arm up against a wall and to get some extra resistance here if you have trouble with this one. So again, with the left arm, you pat yourself on the back, pull gently with the right hand. Perfect. Now we will do one of my favorite stretches. I'm going to interlace the fingers in front. I'm going to arch the upper back, pull in your abs towards your spine, and give that upper back a really good stretch, pulling your shoulder blades apart here. Feels amazing. But now the opposite of that, we're going to stretch out the chest. I'm going to point the thumbs to the ceiling. Reach back. This is a great stretch if you sit all day. We tend to get hunched over. I'm going to keep your chin nice and high to the side of the stretch. It also feels really great if you can grab onto a wall and let that chest open up even more. Alright, our final stretch today will be a deep breath in. Exhale, touch the toes. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, touch the toes. 1 more time. For your last time down, let's hold at the bottom. I want you to round your spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. With your head being the last thing to come up, give a big shoulder roll. Great job. All right, so that's your cool down with Kerri from Fit to You. Have a great day. Thank you.